Hello, boys. Welcome back. I'm gonna try to do a troop count for our game. We are in turn two, right? We're still in turn two. Yeah. So anyway, let's do a global troop count from left to right. I think I have everything correct, but as always, bring it to my attention if I'm mistaken, and we will make the amendments in the records group. So starting from Central United States, we have a tank and an infantry, a fighter, an infantry, 2 AA, and an artillery in eastern United States, a carrier with a fighter on it, battleship, sub, 2 transports, a cruiser, and a destroyer in C-Zone 101. I believe there's a German sub in 106. We have a British tank and infantry in Quebec, infantry and artillery in Ontario. There is a British transport in 87, Russian sub in 105, a British destroyer in 109, German sub in 110. Not sure about that. Bring it to my attention if it's wrong. We have a cruiser, a sub, a destroyer, 2 transports in 112, as well as a sub in 125. In London, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 infantry for Britain, 1 mech, 5 AA guns, 2 French infantry, 1, 2, 3 fighters, 1 French fighter. The factory, it appears, has 15 damage on it, and the naval base has 5 damage on it. The air base, there's no damage currently on the naval base. Norway, Germany has a artillery and an infantry. Finland, 3, 4, 5 infantry. For Germany, there is a cruiser for Russia in 114, a sub in 115. Normandy has an infantry, 2 artillery, 1 mech. In Holland, there are 2 TACs, 2 AA guns. Western Germany, 1 infantry, 1 AA gun, 4 fighters, 2 strats, 2 TACs. Berlin, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tanks. Germany has 1 tank in Yugoslavia. There is a Italian AA gun, infantry, tank, 2 tanks actually, and an artillery. Albania, I still show 2 infantry. Greece, 3, 4, 5 infantry. Rome, a strat, 2 fighters, 2 AA, 4 infantry. There's a sub in 95 and a sub in 97. There's a German sub in 93, a Italian transport in 92 with 2 infantry in Gibraltar. The French have 2 infantry in Morocco. Italians have 1 infantry, 1 artillery in Tunisia. I have Britain with a strat bomber in Malta, a cruiser out to sea, 1 fighter, 1 infantry, 1 AA, 1 TAC in Malta. Italy, getting bold over here in Alexandria, 3 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 mech, 1 tank. There's a French infantry in French Central Africa. Egypt, a tank, a artillery, 2 infantry, 2 Anzac infantry. There's a French infantry in Jordan. I have a French destroyer and a British destroyer in, God only knows, what is that, 89? 81. So in C-Zone 81. The Italians, 2 infantry, 1 artillery in British Somaliland, and they have 1 infantry in Anglo-Egypt Sudan. The British have 2 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 mech in Kenya, 2 infantry in Rhodesia, 1 brand new fighter in South Africa, a transport in 72. Let's move on up to the side. Romania. Germany has a infantry, a mech, an artillery, a tank, a minor factory, a TAC, and a fighter in Romania. In Eastern Poland, they have 15, 16 infantry, 17 infantry, 2 AA, 6 artillery, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks. The rest are Russian. 1 in Vyborg, 2 in Karelia, 2 in Baltic States, 3 in Belarus, 2 infantry in Leningrad with 3 artillery, 1 AA, 2 tanks, 1 mech. In Bryansk, 8 infantry, 3, 4, 5, 6 artillery, 2 AA. In Ukraine, 4, 5 tanks, 1 AA, 1, 2, 3 infantry, 3, 4, 5 mech, 2 fighters, 1 TAC. Moscow, 1 mech. Russia has 2 infantry in northwest Persia. UK has 1 infantry in eastern Persia. There are 6 infantry in Yenisei, 6 infantry in Yakut, 6 infantry, 2 AA in Buryatia. Japan has 2 infantry in Siberia, 1 transport in Sea Zone 5, 2 transports in Sea Zone 6, 3, 4, 5 infantry, 1 AA, 3 AA, 1 artillery in Japan, 1 infantry in Korea. I'm not sure about that. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty confident that's wrong. Nothing in Korea. 4 infantry, 1 AA in Manchuria with a minor factory, 2 infantry in Jahal, 1 infantry in Seowan, 1 artillery, 1 mech in Hopei. In Anhui, there are 2 tactical bombers, 1 fighter, 2 mechs, 1 tank in Kangsu with a minor factory, 1 infantry in Kangxi with 3 fighters, 2 infantry in Hong Kong for UK. In Guangxi, there is 1 Japanese tank, 2 artillery, 3 infantry, 2 TACs, 2 fighters, 2 strats. Yunnan, 2 artillery, 1 infantry, 2 infantry in Siam. The British have 1 infantry in Shan State. The Chinese have 2 infantry in Senshi, 1 fighter in Sichuan, as well as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 infantry. The British have a TAC, 2 fighters, 1 artillery, 6 infantry, 3 AA. In India, there is a carrier, an empty one, a battleship, a cruiser, and a destroyer in 39, as well as a transport in 41 with 2 infantry in Sumatra. In Java, Anzac has 2 infantry and a transport in Sea Zone 42. The Japanese in Sea Zone 37 have a sub, a cruiser, 2 battleships, 2 carriers, 2 TACs, 2 fighters. Sea Zone 43, 1 sub. Sea Zone 36, 3 transports, 1 cruiser, 1 carrier, 1 destroyer, 1 TAC, 1 fighter. The Americans have 2 infantry in the Philippines. Palo Islands, 1 infantry. Sea Zone 33, 3 destroyers, 1 transport. On Caroline Islands, 1 AA gun, 2 infantry, 2 fighters, 1 TAC bomber. Anzac has a artillery and 3 fighters. In Queensland, that must be wrong. I suspect all of this is up there. If that's the case, it would be 2 additional infantry and 2 additional AA guns. In Sea Zone 54, there's a Anzac cruiser. An Anzac destroyer and an Anzac cruiser. There is also an American destroyer and American sub in 54. We've already done that. In Wake Island, there's an American fighter. In Hawaii, there is 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 AA, 3 fighters, 1 strap bomber. Out to sea, in Sea Zone 26, 3 transports, 2 carriers, 1 fighter, 1 TAC, 1 battleship, 2 subs, 2 cruisers, 3 destroyers. 1, 2, 3, 4 mechanized infantry, a artillery as well in Western United States. I believe that's the whole wide world. Yeah, 1 infantry in New Zealand. If there's anything I missed, please bring it to my attention. That should be the whole deal. Did we get everything? Oh yeah, Western Ukraine, there's an infantry. I missed him. La 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 la. Yeah, I think that's it. Anyway, let me know, boys.